Saint Benezet was an illiterate shepherd who became the patron saint of bridge builders. Today, we will learn the story of this wonderful young saint. Saint Benezet, also known as Little Benedict the Bridge Builder, was born in the mountains of Ardèche. Benezet looked after his mother's sheep in the country, and as a mere child was devoted to practices of piety. In those days, people used to cross the River Rhône in small boats. When the weather turned bad, which often did, the trip across the river used to get very scary. Many, young and old, died while crossing the River Rhône. One day in 1177, while the sun was in an eclipse, young Benezet heard a voice. The little boy was experiencing a vision. In his vision, Jesus appeared before him. He commanded the boy 3 times to go to Avignon, where the Rhône current was especially swift, and to build a bridge there. Benezet was happy to go, but then he was concerned about his mother and his flock. Jesus told him that the angels would take care of his mother and his sheep in his absence. He obeyed the divine order without delay and walked down the hills. When Benezet explained his vision to the people, at first they took him for a madman. Benezet then went to meet with the Bishop of Avignon and told him about his vision. The bishop, too, was hesitant about accepting the word of this young boy. To overcome the skepticism of the bishop and the audience, Benezet lifted a huge stone. He said, "God has commanded me that this rock would be the Pont Saint Benezet, the foundation of the bridge." A crowd gathered, and they were amazed to watch the boy carry the stone. He then placed the stone at a point where the force of the river was greatest. The bishop, not wanting to defy heaven, approved the project immediately. Benezet was all alone in the first few days. He was weak and tired of carrying the heavy stones. The folks of the town who had witnessed the miracle then came forward to help him. And pretty soon, there were many people who were engaged in the construction work. For the next 7 years, Benedict worked hard on the project. 18 miracles occurred in total during the project. The blind had their vision restored. The deaf could hear again. Cripples could walk. And hunchbacks had their backs straightened. The miracles convinced many that Benezet's work was ordered by God, and many more came to his aid. Benezet was endowed with an exceptional charisma. He then founded the Order of the Pontifical Brothers, also known as the Brothers of the Bridge. They were in charge of overseeing the construction works and also collecting the money necessary to accomplish the divine plan. This brotherhood soon spread all across Europe. Along with the task of building bridges, they also assisted pilgrims. In addition to the construction of bridges, The Brotherhood often attended to the lodging and care of pilgrims and travelers and the collection of alms. In this area, the sisters were most active. Benezet died of exhaustion in 1184 at the age of only 19, a year before the completion of his work. The wonders that occurred during the bridge's erection and the miracles wrought at the bridge builder's tomb convinced the people of Avignon that the young man was a saint, and he was referred to as early as 1237. They therefore built a chapel on the bridge of Saint Benezet to enshrine his relics. The remains of the bridge still remain a pilgrimage site. Understandably, bridge builders adopted little Benedict as their patron saint. Saint Benezet is a saint because, above all, he followed the will of God. It is that simple. Following God's will ensures that anyone can become a saint. Do you, to the best of your ability, follow God's desires for your life?